Hi, Sag. It's Meg. I'm doing your new moon and eclipse reading for April. And this is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, prominent placements. We're calling in our angels and guides of the highest vibrations of love and light. So I don't want to talk to anyone else. And we're going to look at an old wise tree spread. We're going to check in with your energy in present time, get some advice, get some clarification, get some energy that you don't see coming. Here we go, Sag. Let's see what's going on. All right, Sagittarius. Your big picture is the first thing that's really popping out for me. And the big picture is the World card reversed. This World card reversed is always some kind of unfinished business for me. It's some kind of portal that wants to be walked through that hasn't been walked through yet, because there's some stuff that needs to be tied up on the other side before you can walk through to the next dimension, the next realm. It's like you've got something that you want to graduate from, but some things need to be tied up before you can move through it. So let's figure out what is going on and what is it. We've got the Ace of Swords and the Three of Pentacles reversed. Both are reversed in the heart of the situation. So this is talking about cutting things out that don't serve you. I feel like this has a lot to do actually with negative mind speak, Sag. This is all about self-validation, and this is cutting things out that don't serve you. So cutting even thought processes that are telling you anything except validation. I want to know more about that. So, yeah, I'm going to use the Norman here. I want to know more about what's going on in your thought process that's keeping you from walking through the threshold that you need to walk through, that you're almost ready to walk through. What is this about? And this has to do with luck. It has to do with the universe being on your side. And this also has to do with things that you're wanting to start fresh, start new. Perfect timing for this. Cutting things out that keep you from your self-validation when it comes to universal trust. I'm hearing universal awareness, universal connection, especially when you're trying to plant seeds and start something new during this really fiery time, this time of reinvention. So let's continue going around. So happening now and into the near future is the Ten of Pentacles. This is all about healthy dynamics, healthy group dynamics. This is all about resources, time, energy, effort, love, money, information, education, anything that is a resource. And this is all about longevity, building upon the resources that you have, building upon the money, the finances, the intelligence, the information, all the things that you have. And this is also about legacy. This could be receiving legacy, receiving material things that are kind of just waiting for you. So let's see what's going on here. Talk about starting something new. When you can move past anything that gets in the way of your self-validation, when it comes to the universe providing for you, here you go. The universe provides. So we're coming from a place of Page of Pentacles reversed. So this is like an opportunity for those resources initially, but it's reversed. It's like there's some kind of bridge that wasn't built to this place, or I feel like there might be a fear of someone having burned a bridge. Did I burn the bridge to this thing, or is it still possible? It's like feeling remorse or regret for possibly not taking an opportunity when it was there, when it arose, and then having that stress or fear that that connection or alignment can't happen. But then here it is. Here's the universe aligning and providing. So your higher self is talking about not being ready to fully move on from something in the past. Your angels and guides are talking about, here's the Queen of Pentacles reversed. So this can be a person. Your angels and guides are talking about someone who doesn't feel solid, safe, and secure. I almost feel like this is someone that you're not ready to walk away from. This could be you that's not feeling solid, safe, and secure in a relationship, but you're still not ready to walk away from it. This can be you not being ready to walk away from something that some person who doesn't feel solid in the relationship. So however that resonates for you, this might be you or someone else basically, but you're not ready to walk away from this. So release the idea that the healing of duality cannot happen. Release the idea that union cannot happen. And here is the resistance to that. And here's the Knight of Wands. This is a resistance to having energy. Like it's basically like resistance to having some kind of short-term love affair, short-term romance. I have resistance to this, which really the momentum there is, I want this longevity in this situation or with this person or in this relationship. And I want to maintain a lot of excitement energy. I don't want it to just be for a short time. Release the idea that this can't happen. Okay. Your advice is talking about, here's the Nine of Cups, but it's reversed. So your angels and guides are talking about things that you have wished for in the past, and now tweaking it. It's like you need to tweak whatever it is that you were wishing for. It needs to be different. Or you need to evolve what it is that you're asking for. Figure out what it is that you truly want. For instance, if you want a new set of pans, pots and pans, is it that you truly want a new set of pots and pans? Ultimately, the thing under that is, I want to nourish myself. I want to cook good food. I want to nourish my family. So that is the real request, or that is the real wish. I feel like this advice is asking you to dig deeper about what it is that you actually want. It's not just that thing. It's the thing under the thing. Okay. So past, present, future. In the past, this is you kind of going dark, or totally going into yourself, clearing everybody else's energy out of your space and going through some healing process. This could have looked like going through some kind of depression, but it also could just be you going kind of dormant, not being out for everyone to see kind of thing. And present time, here we have the Temperance, and we've got the Two of Pentacles. So present time energy is talking about going back and forth. This almost even feels like binging, whether it's like drinking or eating or shopping or whatever. It's like going back and forth with this imbalance, trying to balance, then falling off of alignment, then trying to balance, then falling out of alignment. So that's some energy that's happening in present time. And here's the Death card reversed for the outcome. This is talking about, again, like a complete rebirth wanting to happen, but still being in transition. And that's really goes with the World card. The big picture is like, I'm almost ready to go through this rebirth. I'm almost ready to go through this transition, and I'm not yet. So my next question here is, what is it that you need in order to move through this transition? I feel like there's fear here that's keeping you in some kind of escapism. And so what is it that you actually need, Sag? What is it that you actually need? And here's the Four of Wands, and it's reversed. There's a need to recognize what the crack is in the foundation. There's also a need to stop building on the cracked foundation. When this is reversed, as it is, we build upon a cracked foundation and it builds the tower, and the tower comes crumbling down inevitably. What needs to happen is this needs to be flipped back over proper so that there's no crack in the foundation and a castle is built on top of it instead. So what is needed here is to recognize the actual crack in the foundation What is it? Wow. So there's a need to actually go into a place and recognize past betrayals. This is the end of a really bitter cycle. It's the end of a really painful cycle. And these betrayals could have created that crack. And if you are not healing those things before you start building the foundation or building on top of it, you're going to keep going back and forth. It's like you're in a constant state of construction because things keep falling down because of the foundation. So this is about figuring out what those cracks are, healing those betrayals. And I'm hearing self-resolution. So this isn't like hug it out situations. It's like self-resolution within these things that have happened in the past. Perhaps those people are no longer around, or those situations are long gone, but the wounds of them are still present. That's what needs to happen. Those are the loose ends that need to be tied up. Let me ask more. Here's a High Priestess card. This is having all of that knowledge, having all of that information, having all of that intuition. You know, I'm even hearing somebody say, you know what you've done, you know what you've gone through, you know what these things are, but this is about being silent about them. And I'm having this feeling, right? Here's the Knight of Swords. This is needing to have some kind of big picture about those betrayals. That's the crack in the foundation. Wow. And here's the King of Pentacles reversed. That's exactly the thing that's keeping you from all of your pentacles, from all of your connection with the universe to manifest. This is like the King of Pentacles reversed. It's like he's sitting on a throne, but he knows there's a crack under there and his throne can fall over at any moment. He's trying to maintain this image or look of stability, even financial stability, emotional stability. I've got everything I need. I don't have to worry. But in actuality, underneath, he is worried. That's what this heart of the situation is about too. It's like I have all this self-validation, but I'm also very conscious of something that's not quite right. And I need to write that in order to move on, move forward. I need to write that in order to connect with the universe and be in partnership with the universe. Wow, Sag, that's huge. Let's take a look at energy you don't see coming. This moon cycle. Energy you don't see coming. Main male. That is like the King of Pentacles. Occupation. Poverty. Coffin. Courtship. All right. Energy you don't see coming. I feel like for some of you, this has to do with being an expert in your field of study or your field of work. And it also feels like you might have some kind of competition, or you might feel as though you've been taken off the pedestal, or you might have a job change or something like that, or just a need, which it is the time for complete reinvention. And when you're doing that reinvention, this is about courtship. This could be literally finding a new job, a new situation. But this is about, I want to say, I'm feeling a couple different things here. This is including partnership, but it could be partnership with a person. It could also be partnership with some other company. It could be partnership with another group of people doing what you're doing. It does feel like there's some kind of competition that might feel like a struggle right now. And maybe you're not used to this, or you've been doing something for so long that you haven't had to be in competition around this. And you're having to impress people now. So there's something about that. If there's something that you want, it's like there's a struggle here. It's not necessarily a bad thing though. It just is making it talk about taking you out of your comfort zone. That's what it's doing. It's just moving you out of your comfort zone when you felt, you know, maybe like this King of Pentacles that's strong, and the image is that you're the expert, and now you're having to prove yourself or talk with other experts and remain looking like an expert while you're talking with these other experts, which is very possible. I feel like what I'm seeing here is just the worry around it. I want to ask your angels and guides, what is this soul lesson? What are they wanting to say about this soul lesson for you right now? Leap of faith. It is safe to make the move you are considering. Mastery. You've learned the spiritual lesson. Rejection. This rejection is actually divine protection. That's interesting, because if there is a lot of fear about being in competition, not being good enough, or not getting the thing that you're wanting, it is really interesting that your advice is talking about tweaking what it is that you want and reevaluating what is it that I actually want. And this rejection, if you're actually wanting something and it doesn't move forward the way you're intending for it to move forward, it's a blessing in disguise. Warning, don't dismiss the red flags here. I feel like these red flags have to do with who you're planning on interacting with, whether this is a relationship or work situation. What are you getting yourself into that might be part of that cracked foundation? I feel like your guides and angels are just bringing you to a place where you can have a lot of awareness around that. I also want to ask about these tweaks, Sagittarius. What kind of tweaks are you needing? What kind of reevaluation of what it is that you are wishing for or trying to magnetize? Aha. So here's the devil. And the devil is like definitely contributing to the crack in the foundation. So if you're continuing to wish for the things that are contributing to the crack in the foundation, you're going to feel a lot of this rejection. You're going to feel a lot of this poverty and endings of things. Your higher self and your angels and guides are bringing you to the place where you can evolve. So that's where the tweaks are coming in. What is it that you're aligning with? What is it that you're magnetizing? What is it that you're truly wishing for? Let's take a look at your advice. So Sagittarius, your advice for this moon cycle: be bold and make the first move. I feel like ultimately this has a lot to do with you doing something out of your comfort zone, doing something that you're not used to doing. Conclusions are within reach. Don't let pride get in your way. And I want to take a look at some more advice for you, Sagittarius. What else is it that Sagittarius needs to know? Here's the Wheel of Fortune reversed. Just like the World card, the Death card, the Wheel of Fortune reversed, it's talking about divine timing. And this is advice. So it's talking about not rushing things, really having things align before you step onto that bridge. Make sure the bridge is solid when you step onto it. You have to build the bridge. Make sure you build the bridge without any cracks in the foundation. Here's the Ace of Cups reversed, and this is your advice. This is talking about releasing things of the past, releasing emotions, releasing even relationships from the past in order to move forward into the future. Here's the Emperor reversed, which for me is much like the King of Pentacles reversed. Your angels and guides are asking you to look at the places where you look good, but you know under the foundation, your throne might fall over because the crack in the foundation might give way. This is really about evaluation, self-evaluation, evaluation of situations. Here's the Three of Pentacles reversed, which I love. This is all about self-validation, not looking for validation outside the self. And here's the High Priestess. You had the High Priestess up here when we were looking for more energy around your present time energy. And now the High Priestess is ready to speak. Now she's ready to come out of silence. We do have one more that's coming out. You have a lot of advice that's wanting to come out. There's a Seven of Wands, and this is all about self-care. What is it that you need to do to get back to yourself, to get back to your own foundation, to get back to whatever it is that you need to recharge? What kind of boundaries do you need to make, or what kind of boundaries do you need to not be bending on right now? It's important to identify those. That is what I have for you, Sagittarius. I will see you soon. Thank you for being here.